All right, Premier League fans, Manchester United fans, welcome to game week 12. Yes, this game week 12 will be starting off with Chelsea traveling to Burnley to play against the Scott Parker team. Yes, we know that Manchester United have played against Burnley and we got a win 3-2 against them at Old Trafford. And we'll be looking at what Chelsea will be doing. Remember, Chelsea also have a midweek game against Barcelona, and that might alter how Chelsea will choose to play today. But then we'll still wait for Enzo Maresca to name his team and how he's going to play. Then in other places, we'll see Bournemouth play against West Ham. We'll see Brighton, Brentford, Fulham, Sunderland, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Crystal Palace, and then Newcastle, Man City, I think will be ending the day for today. Yes. And next on Sunday, we will see Leeds play against Aston Villa, Arsenal against Tottenham Hotspur, and then on Monday, Manchester United will slug it out against Everton. So it sets up to actually be a mouth-watering weekend, and we are going to look at some of the very interesting games. You know, the London Derby, Arsenal against Tottenham. Yeah, that is a London Derby. That is actually going to be a very interesting game. And then we know that Chelsea has a game in the midweek, and then we'll see how they slug it out against Burnley, because they are starting. Actually, they are going to be the team that will be kicking off this weekend. And we know Chelsea sits third, and then Burnley is sitting 17th. You know, 2 wins and 3 losses in 5 for Burnley, and Chelsea has 4 wins and 1 loss in 5. And you see the contracts there, and you think that Chelsea will be going into this game as the favorites to win the game. Also, when we look at what Bournemouth is doing against West Ham, we know that it's going to be a very, very interesting game. Yes, a very interesting game. Bournemouth against West Ham. We'll be looking at what's his name again? Nuno Espirito Santo will be doing with the West Ham team when they visit Bournemouth. And Brighton, you know, has not been looking good of late. And you know, the Manchester United target in at Brighton, Carlos Baleba, has not been anything close to what he was last season. And that is a big cause of concern, a big cause of worry. But then we are going to be seeing what Brighton under Fabian Hosler will be doing when they face a resilient Brentford. We know how resilient Brentford can be. They have very aggressive and physical strikers, and they know what they want to do. They know how to achieve what they want to achieve. Actually, Brentford beat Manchester United, I think 3-1, and 3-2, 3-1. So that is it. Then also we'll be seeing Fulham, Sunderland. Sunderland is sitting up the table. They are looking really, really good. And then against Fulham, that is actually coming up, growing in the league and all of that. So we would like to see what Fulham can do against Sunderland. And we know that our boys are there. We have Calvin Bassey, we have Iwobi, we have also Samuel Chukwueze in that Fulham team. And you know, Super Eagles crashed out of the World Cup, and we will be looking at what these boys, the Nigerian trio, can bring to the Fulham game. Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool has not been in good form in the Premier League of late, and we might just be looking at what if Liverpool is going to get back to winning ways, or it will be the same this thing. You know what Nottingham Forest can do. You know how Nottingham Forest can come at you, and they are looking they are looking good, not in great shape, but you know, Nottingham Forest are looking good. Also, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Crystal Palace. We know that Crystal Palace, starting off the season, they were unbeaten. They were playing very well, but now we cannot say the same. You know, we feel like Crystal Palace is coming off the ladder a little bit, but then Wolverhampton Wanderers are struggling very hard. They are struggling seriously. I think they are sitting in the 20th position in the table, and it is not looking good for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Manchester United is interested in João Gomez, a midfielder at Wolverhampton Wanderers, just the way they snapped out what's his name again? Matheus Cunha from them. It's not looking good for for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and this is why I think that Crystal Palace might just be able to have the day. And the last game for the day will be Newcastle against Man City. Listen, that is actually a very mouth-watering game. You know, Man City are coming up, you know, in the league, trying to make sure they exert their authority, you know, as Pep Guardiola would always do. But then we have a Newcastle team that is playing very well. They have a striker who they bought in place of Isak that is actually living up the bid. Watermaid, he's doing actually very well for the Newcastle team, and what we see what we are looking at is going to be a really, really mouth-watering game. So, guys, tell me your predictions in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this first weekend matches, and let us enjoy it. I'll see you again after the games. Bye bye.